Hey, hey, my beautiful, brave, slightly over it, but still standing friends. Welcome back. It is your girl Gigi here, coming at you live from the land of Felicia and Frankie. My chronic illness duo who never take a day off and they don't know how to mind their own business. Y'all, before we even get rolling any further today, I gotta say a huge thank you. Like, seriously, for real, thank you. I woke up this morning, I checked my email, and I nearly spit out my Mountain Dew. Over 300 views on this channel. I mean, for real. I thought I was talking to myself over here, like throwing my words into the abyss, like a slightly unhinged woman on the porch swing talking to squirrels, but no, no, no. Y'all showed up. You guys watched, you listened, and honestly, that means the world to me. So, big, huge hugs, and thank you all for being a part of this beautiful, messy, and sometimes ridiculous journey. Now, let's catch up real quick because let me tell you, it has been a heck of a week. You know how, like, life sometimes feels like it's just throwing dodgeballs at you, straight at your face, one after the other? Yeah, well, that's been my life right now this week. So grab something warm, settle in a bit, and let's just talk today. No filters, no pretending. Just real heart, real life, and the reminder that even on the hardest days, we are not alone. Disclaimer, you guys, heads up. This channel is about learning. I am just a regular girl riding the chronic illness roller coaster with Felicia Fibro and Frankie psoriatic arthritis. I'm sharing my life one flare at a time, and I'm here to keep it real. I'm here to connect with my fellow warriors and sprinkle in a little hope, humor, and heart. I am not a doctor. I am just talking from the things that I have experienced in my life. I wish I could say that this week has been smooth sailing, but if I'm being real, and y'all know that I keep it real, it has been heavy this week. Like, it's been one of those weeks that shake you a little bit, makes you sit down and take a deep breath and be like, what just happened? What the flip just happened? Y'all know I have been sick for the last month and a half, 2 months, and some days are better than others. So that unfortunately has altered some of my plans. And one of those plans was to have my dreaded colonoscopy and endoscopy done. It's something that I'm kind of like, I need to get it done and over with. So I've kind of got my head ready and geared up to go do it because I just want to feel better. And then it's, obviously I dread it. I hate it. I mean, ugh, who doesn't? But with everything that's been kind of going on with the problems I've been having, I can't breathe at night, right? I seem to bend my neck down to my chest. And so it closes off my airway a little bit. And I'm choking on food and liquids. So that's going to help with that as well. And, let's be real. It's going to be nice to be able to breathe and eat without choking. I just had a really good friend of mine that he died that way. And so, and it's also going to be a part that my husband's going to enjoy the most will probably be because I will not sound like I'm fighting the big grizzly bear at night. But because I have been sick, and on antibiotics still, the doctors have decided to push it back until August. So, I mean, I get it. I mean, I really, really do. But it's just kind of one of those things that I'm not going to lie. It was kind of hard because, when you mentally gear yourself up for something like this and then it gets delayed, it feels like it's just like another weight to the wagon. You know what I mean? Like it's one of those chronic illness things that, it takes everything you've got to prepare for things. And then when you finally get yourself in that headspace where you're ready to go, there's a stall. And I'm like, go figure. Isn't that the way that always freaking goes? Because, I mean, seems to be the way it always is for me. How about you guys? So I had something that happened, and it literally shook me to my core. It happened the other day when my grandson was over. We were all, having a normal day. My dad was here, and, he was playing with my Yorkie, playing ball with him. And my grandson and I were playing. He was sitting on my lap. And normally, like, when I have my littles here, I usually put him up. I don't trust him 100%. So if I'm in that situation where I know that I'm going to be busy, um, then it'll be one of those things that, I just don't completely trust him all the way. But he was, anyway, the shed showed up and we had a lot going on and we were in here for just a few minutes and I was like, oh, we're fine. And then, I don't know, like split second, just like it all flipped. It all changed. My sweet little Yorkie. He's not sweet. He's an asshole. But anyway, my Yorkie has been a part of our family for a long time. He nipped my grandson in the lip, like right on the lip. And my grandson bent down to pick something up, and I think my dog thought it was the ball that he was going after, and he just kind of, I think, went to go grab the ball and accidentally bit his lip, his upper lip. A blink of an eye, folks. It happened so freaking fast. So he had to go get stitches, 3 of them in his little tiny lip. Oh my gosh, I felt so bad, you guys. It broke me. Like I held it together. She asked me if I would ride with her to the hospital. I said yes. Her husband met us there. Him and her went back with the baby. I stayed out in the waiting room. I had a nice little nurse. She come up to me and she kind of looked at me and she pointed to my chest. And so I was like, I went to the bathroom. I'm looking at myself in the mirror and I see that there's just, blood from where, obviously I had picked him up and held him. And as I'm wiping it off, I fell apart. I literally started bawling. I was in the bathroom at the hospital sobbing my eyes out. I mean, I felt every ounce of fear and guilt and helplessness because, it's your grandbaby and you do anything to protect them and something happens right in front of you. It just undoes you. It undoes you and do whatever. Yeah. Anyway, it just kind of got to me. And in that moment, I felt really small and so broken. But the doctor did tell my daughter that thanks to my smart thinking of the Tylenol as soon as it happened and with the ice and compression, he was not traumatized. He took 3 stitches like a rock star and was not in any pain. They numbed his lip. Takes him a half an hour. And he fell asleep on my son-in-law. Just fell asleep. Took a little nap while he was waiting. I know accidents happen. I know dogs can react without thinking. I know all that logically. But as we all know, sometimes our heart doesn't always listen to logic. So, y'all, I tried to go get some chores done around the house the other day. Simple stuff. Laundry and, well, I thought it was going to be simple. I mean, like, why is it always in your head? Everything is so easy and simple and it's just no big deal. But spoiler alert, it wasn't. I had to go down to the basement to do our laundry. So I have to climb. I have to climb them kind of like a kid does. But it's like climbing Mount Everest, and in flip-flops, of course, Every step felt heavier than the last. And then once I got moving and pushed through it, I'm like, well, it wasn't so bad. I just don't want, I don't want to, I don't know. I just don't want to give up is my problem. I don't want to give up. I know that if I push and I push myself hard enough, I can get things done. It's not probably done the greatest. It's not done, definitely not in any way, shape, or form is it easy, but I can manage a little bit. But, of course my husband, he always brings the laundry upstairs cuz he knows that it's the weight that gets me more than anything. And so he helps me out, but then I thought, well, I'll go do the dishes cuz apparently like I want to torture myself that day. I don't know why in my head I thought that day that I was normal. Anyway, but I did sit on my little stool and I did get through them, but I had to, sit on my little stool because, my back and legs, they were screaming at me and, my arm was on fire, but, you know, my skin is starting to peel like a bloomin' onion, except it's not in any way, shape, or form appetizing. But, I think that's when a big sign is when the psoriatic arthritis is starting to flare back up because I can feel my bones. Like my whole body feels like I'm going through molasses. Like they are super stiff, they ache. It's hard for me to move or walk or anything. And I feel like I'm turning into the Tin Woman, from the Wizard of Oz. The only thing is I don't have Dorothy and her magical oil can to come around me and do that. I mean, I've got my husband and Larry the Heating Pad, but those are three different kinds of and the three kinds of pain cream. Don't forget that. But those are a completely different element than the magic oil can. The joints, they lock up. The muscles get tight, and suddenly even the simplest movements, God, I feel like a massive ordeal, and it wears you down. Like it wears me out. But I keep trying. Every day I get up and I push myself to go outside when I can to soak up as much as I can of that good old vitamin D because, let's be real, after being stuck in the house all winter, who wants to stay cooped up, right? I mean, not me. But I'm still fighting that upper respiratory, so it's kind of like hanging out tighter than skinny jeans after Thanksgiving dinner. It's hard to breathe. It's hard to move. And it's definitely hard to be outside for long periods of time. That just freaking sucks. No sugarcoating it. It sucks. You're stuck inside for months and months and months and months. The sun's finally shining and I can't go outside and enjoy it because it's hot. The weight of this life really starts to settle in on your chest, a little more than physical than emotional too. But here's the thing, I'm still trying. I'm still here. I'm still standing some days. But you get it. It's what we got to do, right? We got to keep showing up. We got to keep finding those little joys, those small wins, even if it's just 5 minutes outside or one basket of laundry done or the simple fact that we made it through another freaking day. And that, my friend, that really does matter because, yeah, it matters. It's huge. And through it all, through all the fears, the stress, the pain that Felicia and Frankie, they were right there too. My body's been in that painful 7 to 8 range all week. There has been no breaks. There's been no mercy. And as much as I try to keep moving and try to stay positive this week, there are moments when it just feels freaking hard. It's hard. And I know you guys know what I'm talking about. I know you guys have been going through it and you guys are living it too. I guess that's why I kind of wanted to come on here today and talk because, I just wanted to be honest, spread a lot of sparkle and sass, but it's hard sometimes, I think it's okay to say that it's okay to say that I'm not okay. It's okay not to have that silver lining on every dark cloud. It's okay to sit in that heaviness for just a moment. But we have to breathe and we have to slow down. And even in the middle of it, it's hard. I'm still here. You're still here. We still show up and we continue to do what we have to do. We continue to do what we think matters the most. And I keep telling myself something that, like, honestly, it's been helping me hold it on the days that are the heaviest. I keep saying that I just needed 14 good solid days, right? That's it. Not forever, not perfection, just 14 solid days to let my body catch its breath, to let my heart settle, and to get this place where I can start getting my shots again. And y'all, today's that day. I actually woke up feeling a little better, not 100%, but closer than I was. I'm not as sick, not as weighed down, so I'm claiming today as day number 1. So now There's just 13 more days to go. 13 more days of holding on, doing what I can, and letting my body do its thing. Because once I get those shots started again, dude, I am going to hopefully keep things on the right direction. Slowly, gently, one breath and one step at a time. That's what this life teaches you, right? Chronic illness, it's not about big leaps, it's about tiny steps, about tiny wins. Today I made it. Today I'm here. Today I'm still trying. So, you know, that's where I'm at today, one day at a time. And I have 13 more to go. And I'm hoping and I'm praying and I'm believing that the days will be better because once I get those shots, I'll feel better, I hope, right? I mean, hope's the only thing that keeps me standing, right? What about you guys? That's all we got. All right, y'all, before I wrap this up, I have a little question for you guys because I know maybe you guys, some out there, have been through it or going through it, or maybe y'all just know stuff that I freaking don't because I'm sure a lot of you do. So here's the thing. Here lately, my back and my legs, I mean, everything's been hurting and something awful. But like when I'm sitting here and I'm trying to rest or I'm trying to do little things around the house, I've been seriously thinking about trying maybe a weighted blanket to kind of take the edge off a little bit. But I've heard mixed things. Some people say they really, really love it. Some say, it's not for me. So I'm curious because do weighted blankets really help with the pain? I mean, calm things down, like in the body? Can you actually use them while you're sitting up, like while I'm sitting here on the couch or in the chair? And most importantly, does it make you super hot? Because y'all know I get way too hot, way too easy. And the last thing I need to be doing is sweating and passing out and being more miserable on top of everything else. So I'm throwing it out there. If you guys have used one or if you guys have got thoughts and, any info on that or any other magic tips for your back and leg pain, other than sitting and stretching, because I do those a lot. I would love to hear from you guys. Seriously, message me, comment me, email me, carrier pigeon. I don't care. I am seriously all ears and asking for advice. So if you guys are out there struggling with this kind of pain too, just know that you guys are not alone in this. We are all in this together. Really, we really are. We learn from one another. We help each other. That's what we do. That's what we're doing. So, hey, y'all, before I let y'all go, I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much again for all the views. Let's keep going. Let's keep building all the love and for hanging out with me and my dramatic duo, Felicia and Frankie. They live for attention. Maybe I do too. Who knows? Hey, I hope y'all will be back again. Keep visiting. Keep listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe. A lot of you sweet souls out there watching are not subscribed yet. And I'd really love to have you guys officially join this little family that we're building here. So until next time, I'm sending you all the love, all the prayers, and all the good vibes. I hope your week is gentle. I hope your body gives you a break. And if not, just remember, you're never alone in this. Felicia and Frankie, oh, they can't wait to see you guys either. They can't wait for next week because, they are the main characters, whether we like it or not. Till then, be safe, take care, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.